All right, it's 6 o'clock.
I did,
I
okay.
am going to.
Oh,
call the
okay.
meeting
Did they
to
pass that
order.
along to you or something?
If we could all
Yeah, yeah,
rise
I
for the
didn't get
pledge of
any-
allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Roll call, please.
Gilman,
Here.
Horn. Here. Lehman,
Here.
Underwood is absent and excused. Haslam.
Present. Okay, next item is approval of the agenda. We have a blue sheet. There is an item to be added as item D, which is Bunker Hill Road Railroad Tracks to US 31 project.
Kind of a full agenda, but okay. I'll make the motion that we adopt the agenda with the addition of item D, Bunker Hill Road.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Gilman, supported by Commissioner Corn to amend the agenda to add item D, Bunker Hill Road Railroad Tracks US 31 project. With that, motion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. We have an amended agenda. Conflict of interest. Do any member of the board have any conflict of interest regarding any item on the agenda? Okay. There's no public, so we'll move on to the action items. The first is consideration of written communication from our council. And there is a motion here to go into closed session. I'll make a motion to enter closed session pursuant to MCL 15.268(1)H to discuss privileged legal communications regarding the Kingsley facility.
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second by Commissioner Lehman to go into closed session. Roll call, please.
Corn.
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Underwood, absent and excused. Gilman.
Yes.
Haslam.
Yes. Okay, so we are going to go into our separate. All right, so we have a motion for Commissioner Gilman, supported by Commissioner Corn to come out of closed session. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are in open session. I understand there is a motion.
I will make a motion to direct the road commission manager to sign an agreement with Hilger Hammond to represent us in the case regarding Grand Traverse Construction versus GTRC. And to move forward with the strategy provided in the attorney-client privileged memorandum we discussed in closed session.
All right,
Support that.
motion by Commissioner Corn, supported by Commissioner Gilman to authorize our road manager to sign an agreement with the law firm of Hilger Hammond concerning the matter involving Grand Traverse Construction and the Grand Traverse County Road Commission, and to follow the recommendation provided in the attorney-client privilege memorandum. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
I will make a motion to go into closed session for discussion of strategy connected with the negotiation of a collective bargaining agreement pursuant to MDL 15.2681C.
Okay.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Corn, supported by Commissioner Gilman to go into closed session to discuss strategy regarding collective bargaining agreement pursuant to MCL 15.2681C. Roll call, please.
Lehman, Lehman,
Yes.
Underwood, absent and excused. Gilman,
Yes.
Corn,
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes. We are in open session. I understand there is a motion.
I will make a motion to direct our road commission manager to reopen the collective bargaining contract and negotiate with the union as discussed in the closed session.
Sport.
Motion by Commissioner Corn, supported by Commissioner Gilman, to authorize the road commission manager to reopen the union contract and enter into negotiations with the union as discussed in closed session. Any further questions? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Okay, next item is the purchase of a Michigan underbody scraper.
I will make the motion to purchase the underbody scraper for $18,292.
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Lehman, supported by Commissioner Horn, to approve the purchase of a Michigan underbody scraper from Heights Machinery in the amount of $18,292. If there are no further discussion, roll call, please.
Underwood, absent and excused. Gilman.
Yes.
Corn.
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Kevin.
Yes, motion passes. Next item is the item on our blue sheet, which is item D, Bunker Hill Road, railroad tracks, US 31 project. There is also a memorandum that was handed out to all the board members prior to the meeting. Dan?
Sure, so you probably remember over the summer here, Aggie Township replaced that pump down there by bottom Bunker Hill where the boat launch is. Huge backups there, got a lot of complaint calls. When they were doing that, a water line was damaged further up Bunker Hill right next to the railroad tracks. So they need to replace that line, they have to close down Bunker Hill Road. When they're doing that, you have to get permits from the railroad. And you also have to have the really close to that, get permits from Eagle. They already got both of those permits. And what we're thinking is while that road's closed, Palmer's is already there, except open up the road. Then we should just do the rest of the road from the railroad tracks down to the highway there. It's about 500 feet. We continually have water issues there. We're constantly fighting them. There's the post office, there's Ace, you can see that driveway cutting in there. We're out there once a month trying to deal with these issues. There's not enough gravel under that stretch of road either for a good base. So what we're suggesting is while we're here, and we already have them, they did the hard work for us. They pulled these two hard permits that are hard to get. Then we go ahead and take care of this section of the road. We do have the funding in the millage. So we would like to choose millage funds and get this stretch taken care of while it's open and take care of an issue for us.
And it's gonna be about 149,000 and change, right?
That's the estimate we got
From Elmer's.
from Elmer's a couple hours ago.
And this is gonna get rolled into the Barney Road contract, that project that we have right now with Elmer's.
It's similar work, so it fits within the contract.
Okay.
So this is because it rained.
How much were they going to? How much were they gonna replace? If they just fixed what had to be fixed?
I don't believe very much. I don't have exact numbers on that.
Because they were gonna have to do some of that work. They were gonna have to repave some of the road, do all this without whatever they tore up, they were gonna have to fix. So we're sort of agreeing for the overall improvement to pay for. Because there's no deduction saying of the 577 feet, we were gonna have to tear up 80 feet of it anyway.
I think Chris said we're doing 500 feet, so if it's 570, when I talked to Chris, I don't remember this.
Okay.
Are
No.
they paying there for their?
But I believe they're paying for the portion. This was like, hey, what would it cost to do the rest?
So they're doing about 77 feet or something, and then we have.
We're taking advantage of their mobilization.
Right,
and
exactly.
permits that are already.
I guess it doesn't, yeah, it's probably a it's a very small section. Commissioner Corn.
This is the DPW, right? Is that what, when you say they,
Acme Township.
Acme Township, okay, a water main repair for the DPW, is this rainwater? Like when you say we have a water problem here, what
We're
is it?
dealing with water problems because ever the water comes rushing down Bunker
Yeah,
Hill
yeah.
and then it shoots off
Like rainwater,
rainwater
Yeah.
and it comes off there.
But it's permeating what we have there right now and it's causing a problem.
and it just like lifts up the asphalt or something and,
Well, that, but it also washes out the corners there and the gravels and it rushes in there. Now, there is drainage in there, so when we do this, we can do high ridge, we can do spillways, we can actually control with water.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask.
And that infrastructure is already in place, it's just the road is not designed to use the infrastructure.
Now I understand. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions before we make a motion? One way or the other? Okay, then I'll take it.
Approve a modification to the 25E 302 contract Barney Road project to add the Bunker Hill Road crush and shape project from US 31 to the Tart Trail Crossing in the amount of $149,333.72.
Right? I'll support that motion. So motion by Commissioner Corn, supported by the chair to approve a modification to the 25E 302 contract Barney Road project to add the Bunker Hill Road crush and shape project from US 31 to the Tart Trail Crossing in the amount of $149,333.72. Any further discussion before we vote? Seeing none, roll call please.
Gilman,
Yes.
Corn,
Yes.
Lehman,
Yes.
Underwood, absent and excused, Kevin.
Yes. Motion passes. All right, since we have no public here, we'll move on to the manager's comments.
Had an opportunity today to go out and look at a couple of projects that we're winding down here. Hampshire Drive, had a chance to go out there and drive that. And that project looks really good. They should be finishing that one up tomorrow. So I think it was, J&S won that one, but they used Molon as their subcontractors to do the paving on that. And they did a nice job. They really did a nice job out there. They have a new paver. Pleasantly surprised and looks great. I also had a chance to go over and look at Barney Road, getting some new black asphalt down there. And that's also looking really good. So it was nice to go out and see a couple of projects.
When do you anticipate that will be completed?
They're still saying, they want to be done before Halloween, so
Okay.
end of the month.
Do we have our no truck signs ready for Barney Road?
Haley has them on order.
Okay. What else?
That's all I have for now.
Do you have an update on the signs for Cedar Run Road that we are authorized you to?
Thing and all of that.
Last I knew they were on order, but I will check with them in the morning and see if they're in yet. Nobody's told me that they're in yet.
Okay. Okay. All right, so we will move on to the commissioner's comments, questions, and future agenda items. Start with Commissioner Bieber.
I think we should take a road trip
Yes.
Depending on where he,
around this county.
oh, that will be fun.
I think we should look at some of the best and some of the worst.
Yeah.
We need to compose a list of maybe by the township. And a lot of road commissions do this every year.
Sure.
Since I've been here, we've never done this and discuss some of the real problem areas. And we need to get a firsthand view of it. So I don't know if we need a beta shuttle bus and somehow it needs to be open because we're all riding in the same thing.
Right.
Making comments.
Yeah.
Somebody who knows about that stuff should figure that out, but I would like us to personally look at that stuff.
Okay, no, that's. a
It's
great
actually
idea.
not a bad idea
I
for
like
the
that
open
idea.
meeting on the
Can you have a
bus.
meeting on the bus?
Well, we have to post it. If
Right.
people-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, if
but,
it's on a bus, if it's big enough, somebody wants to come along with us, great.
yeah. I
Or
think that's the
we'll
part, that's the-
record it. And have it, somebody could say, whatever we have to do to,
Yeah, I mean, it's not unusual,
It's an
it's not
informational area.
unprecedented.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
We're not gonna make a decision.
No. no, it
So-
could be as a
Like
work
going to a
session.
conference or
Yeah,
something.
It could be like a study session or a, type of thing.
Still kind of, I mean.
We just have to do it before it snows.
Well, I still said that we still have to post it.
Yeah.
So I'm not suggesting we don't post it, I'm just
Yeah.
saying that we post it as a study session.
Sooner
Sooner
than
rather
later.
than later.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
before it starts.
That's not
Before
my
it's
first
yucky.
thing. The second thing is funding plan. We approved a plan to come up with a 5-year plan. But we had a number of things on the board that we were going to. We have a 5-year road plan being developed,
Mhm.
but we had some strategic talks about what could we sacrifice some primary roads in order to put some more,
Mhm.
and we have given no direction to the staff on the board's direction on, could we let our primary slip a little bit in order to really make some substantial improvements in the local roads? And we have not. We talked about it.
We have talked about it quite a bit. My understanding was that the reason we didn't do it was because I think there was a lot of pushback from staff and some of the board members on here too, that they didn't think it was a good idea to let our primary roads fall below whatever we are at, 70%, 75%, and how that will in the long term add maintenance costs, and it will. So I think based upon that input that we got at multiple board meetings, it didn't get pursued because there was significant pushback from staff members and some of the board members too, but that was not a good idea.
Okay, I didn't remember hearing that.
I think we have minutes, so we can certainly go back
Okay.
and look at that.
And I just had, the third thing was a mechanical comment about the transition at J. Matty Parkway where the road got raised up. When you're driving from the south, it's not very, quite a bumper.
I haven't been out there yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's really different when you
It's
drive,
interesting.
when you drive through, you know, the.
They put a tunnel.
Yeah, yeah.
Where the tunnel is.
Oh.
I have not been.
They
out
road
there.
raised, yeah, they raised up the road and it's a
They
little
raised up the
sharp on
road
the,
6 feet
it's sharp on the south side. It's a
or
little.
something. And
There's something
the
there.
transition, the mechanical transition
We're gonna be chewing
would
up the
not
road.
meet our standard.
Right, yeah.
I got yelled for it.
Who
Yeah.
designed it? State?
It's not, no. Interlock decided,
Yeah.
and a board people, long before me apparently approved this, allowing, before Joe and I, which was 5 years ago, approved allowing them to do this.
Oh, so they designed.
It had to have been before me then, because it was.
No, we took over the road.
It was when
It was when we
you,
took
the
over,
reason
okay,
that
like
they,
Oh,
the reason they
yeah,
wanted us to take over the road is we would allow the tunnel and the state
The
would
state
not
would not, yep,
permit the tunnel.
that's right.
So is
That's
the
exactly what
issue a
happened.
design
Thanks,
issue or
Bill.
construction issue?
A construction issue.
Oh,
It's a mechanical issue.
It just. The rides
Who did
need
the
to be
construction?
smoothed a little bit more.
Who did the construction?
But people do
All
all.
construction.
Yeah,
So, but usually don't we have a people there inspecting it?
it wasn't our job, it was Interlock.
That's why so it was interlocked and staff.
I-
We still have to,
We still have to say,
Yeah.
no, it's our road.
We signed
Right?
off on it.
Yeah, we still say it's our road. It's not Interlock's road.
yeah, I'll bet if they took the,
They extended that out further than what was originally planned.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the actual pavement transitions.
Yeah.
The transition, yeah.
That's the end of my tirade.
all right. I've got my
So rough.
my monthly or bi-monthly, we have 2 meetings. Complain about South Airport and Garfield Road.
Standing
I
objection.
think my standing objection, South Airport, east-west traffic is, that light is on open too long. And the Garfield side is too short. And it's as simple as that. That would fix it. Adjusting it 20 seconds one way or the other. Or well, one way anyway. That's all I gotta say.
All right, thank you, Commissioner Cohen.
I have a question for Dan. Straight Road. What is that called? The barrier. I call it a barrier.
The guardrail.
Yeah,
Guardrail.
it's built, right? It's been,
Oh,
Right.
again,
it's Cedar Run
Yeah,
or
it hit real good.
We've talked about this a lot.
it's again
And
been.
I just wondered if you had any like idea
I've had
or,
plenty of ideas now, I fired in my face.
I know that Dan did a great job on the radio the other day, and I did
Ungrateful.
hear that it came up there and Dan did a good job, like, well, we'd have to purchase people's property to like move the guardrail or, there's, but I just
which
wondered.
end are you talking about? Which?
Also,
Cedar
Peter
Run.
Run.
Okay, yeah.
Always gets hit,
That's
always gets hit.
So that's gotta cost us, right? I mean, it costs.
But we usually bill it to the
Usually the
insurer,
insurance company pays
the
for it.
person who hits it.
we're
Person hits.
buying a lot of property in that area, aren't we?
The reality of it is that tells us how many cars would go off the road there too, I guess. I mean, I don't know, just something to think of. Is there a safety issue there that I'm not aware of?
Yeah, the safety issues, people should take it easy.
Cause I drive
And
that all
so-
the time and have never been like, oh my gosh, this is so dangerous.
And I don't know if
but-
it's a truck semis hitting it because the
Sometimes
turn is.
Semi trucks.
Yeah,
Trailer down.
right. I think those are the ones hitting it just because of the nature of the turn. I don't think it's cars.
Okay, well, I just thought if
Yeah.
there was something we could do while we were talking about safety and things like that. That was the first thing. The second thing was thank you to Haley and Chris and the whole sign department and everybody involved for putting up a sign in the neighbor's yard next to the temporary stoplight in Cedar Run and Gray. They did that right away the next day. And those kind of things that we do for citizens go a long ways. So thank you to them. I need you to help me remember how many was our last SAD being worked on Hampshire Hills? I know Ridgeview Court and Hampshire Hills. Do we have any outstanding SADs right now that are on our docket?
I have one request to look into one, but nothing, it's just a resident asking.
Okay, so they're,
What's
okay,
on.
I was just wondering on that. We don't have any funds or
Yeah.
anything.
I guess I didn't think. In 2026, Skagwalk Point, but we're doing like a three-way with
That's the
the
thing.
township.
Acme and the horse shows people.
No, it's Whitewater, yeah.
Oh, white.
So the township, ourselves and the residents,
Okay,
Yeah, so you go on point, you're talking about way out at the end of it or, yeah,
the whole road.
the whole road.
Yeah.
It's a considerable patchwork right now. You know,
okay. I just wasn't.
Boy, if
sure
we
on
could do
that.
something, we could do something like we did on,
yeah, pardon me, well,
I just think the SAD program is a really good way to increase our assets for a fraction of the cost. And I guess I just haven't really heard anybody talking about any, and I know we worked really hard to kind of repair some ill will and damage from the past on that. And I thought we did a really good job at that. And there just hasn't been any takers. And I'm just kind of curious. I also think part of it could just be we're all overtaxed and taxed to death and spending money on everything. And I get that. But that is still a really important process that we provide, and I'm not seeing it being used. So last thing was the roads are great. I drive a lot for my job in 6 counties. Counties, obviously, that we are not in charge of, and our county. And the Grand Traverse County roads look great. Like, I just can't believe there's a palpable difference from last year.
this year seems to be
Like,
really,
it's huge.
it's very
And as
visible.
much as people are
Whatever.
complaining,
Yeah.
I want to thank our staff.
Yeah, those
I
chip
know
seals, I love those. chip
you
seals.
get the like brunt of the complaints, but the reality is, once those roads are done, people really do stop complaining because they're great. And I drive an awful lot on Cedar Run and Gray Road and Harris Road because of my job. And I have noticed a huge difference since the roundabout opened up, just in the partial way. That light, there are backups on Cedar Run for sure. There's like none on Gray. It's been flowing better. Cause I was a little concerned about us removing that traffic light and people were really sort of adamant about that. But I think you guys were right in your inclination that, you know, really the roundabout was the biggest issue with what we were dealing with. We'll take that traffic light out. Cedar Run won't have the backups as much, and I think it'll flow better. But obviously, we're doing the safety audit and everything on that, and we should. But it really is significantly better, I think. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
All right, can I get an update on the status of the traffic light on North Long Lake Road in Herkner? There's a lot of complaints on that, and I'm not sure if there's a way to expedite that.
We did do some, a study on that and adjust the times. They were not major adjustments. The issue you're having there is the same thing you had on the 72 roundabout. They did traffic counts on that, and you're seeing double the traffic going through there. They're coming from Interlochen now. So you have double the traffic, you have double the time of
Oh,
delay.
yeah.
I'm talking, I'm gonna apologize. Chris told me the numbers. I'm drawing a blank. But we went from like 8,000 cars to 16,000 cars.
That's senior high.
Yeah, we got all that 31 traffic that's, yeah.
It's impossible, because it's impossible to drive the 30.
But I'm talking about the traffic that is trying to get out of the high school.
Oh, they have a problem there.
But the part of the problem from comments and the messages I received is that traffic light doesn't have a left turn arrow. And I understand that we are going to replace that because it's causing the traffic that they have to wait. And by the time they're the traffic clears on the opposite side, only one or two cars are able to pass before the light turns red. My question is, when can we expect that new, and there's also not a detection system on that light, so
Yeah.
when can we expect that new traffic light to be
The
installed?
holdup on that was the Fed aid job, so we were getting federal money from them, so we were waiting for them. We've been pushing to get this done. They're trying to get to line up at the time of school, but we're at the mercy of them. But the good news is it is approved, it is coming. You'll see that for the first of the year.
Okay, and I think you addressed my question about Barnes and Zimmerman and Northland, because that was going to be my second question as to the timing of those lights. So what adjustments have been made, and have they made any improvements on the backups at those two intersections?
Yeah, they did a study on it and it showed to extend the times just a little bit here and adjust them there a little bit. It wasn't major. It didn't like unreveal some huge thing that was off, but just small time adjustments. And I don't think it made a huge difference, but that's because you're seeing double the traffic volume there. You just
Yeah.
cannot take double the traffic and expect it.
Zimmerman is getting the interlocking people 100%. They are. I've never seen this many people on fire.
Finally, I'd like to revisit the discussion on Straight Road and North Long Lake Road. We have submitted 2 years in a row a request for a safety audit grant. I believe both years it has been denied. So at this point, we need to come up with some sort of plan as to how to address that particular intersection, especially if our request is getting denied by the state for a grant to do design work or any engineering work.
So at the next board meeting, we were gonna come to you and ask if the call for project is coming back out again. To ask to put in for that one again. And then Joe has an idea how to submit for it a little bit differently. To look at it, there's no promises.
Yeah,
That's just
I appreciate that, and I think we should do that, obviously, but I think considering the fact that it's been 2 years in a row that we have been denied for that. I just don't want that to be our only option, keep applying for a grant that we keep getting denied for, so I would like you and the staff to think, or with Joe, I would say, and Chris, to come up with some other, what other things can we do that we can afford to do, obviously? You know, what other options are there that are with the additional revenues that we expect to come in, is there something that we can do at that intersection short of actually building a $2 million roundabout?
Peanut about.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm not an engineer, but that's what I would expect. I would ask Joe and Chris to for us, because we can't just keep applying for a grant and then just say like, okay, that we did it, we got it denied.
Isn't the grant just for the audit?
No, the audit is the audit has been done.
The audit's been done, right?
Yeah, this was for design and
Designing. Okay, I see. So that's
So he's
significantly
got,
more.
Dan, you said he's got some ideas. So he understands maybe a little bit why we failed to get the grant.
There's another way that you can apply for it versus looking exactly at the accidents, and Joe can explain this much better than I can. There's another way you can do it. It's not as a popular way, but he said we failed twice this way. Let's try it this other way.
And I'm all for that.
Mhm.
No promises.
Yeah,
Just
I'm all
let it
for
try.
that. I just think that we should also have a plan B or a C.
So
just
I know we said that we were not putting any infrastructure projects in. We were looking strictly at laying down asphalt. So you want us to look at an infrastructure project at this intersection?
sure.
We're not putting a traffic light in there, right? That didn't,
I don't know.
I don't remember what the RSA said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. The RSA was done even before I got on.
Yeah, you think
Yeah.
the problems is Cedar Run and Gray.
Yeah.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, I don't think,
That's what
I don't
we're
know if
talking about,
I don't
right?
think a traffic light would even work.
We
there.
have narrow, we have old roads
Yeah.
and too high a traffic.
Yeah.
They did put the turn lane in.
Having people move away is our best bet.
Okay. I'll let you be in charge of
I go to the chamber. of
public
Commerce and say,
relations.
"Well, we need people
Yeah.
to
It's gonna
move
be a
away.
great ticker headline.
Commissioner, yeah.
Commissioner Lehman.
All right, those were all my comments.
Move to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Bye.
We are adjourned.